So, I'm recording another vlog, and this is obviously going to be about something that was recently shown on TV, and that is the Eurovision Song Contest. Now, for somebody who is in America, who doesn't know what it is, the basic idea is simple, right? It is very simple. It's a song contest for anybody that is basically in Europe, a country in Europe. 5 countries always, well, hang on a minute, UK, no, 6 countries always compete every year no matter what. 5 of them is because they pour the most money into the competition, and the 6th one will always be the winners of the Eurovision Song Contest from the previous year. It is very simple that UK, France, Spain, Germany and Italy, they all pay the most money, so they're always going to be in it. And the idea is simply, every country might have a song for Europe or something where they elect, say, 10 songs. Now, they can be anything, any style of music can be in it, any artist can be represented, any songwriter can be represented. You don't even have to be limited to your own country. Obviously, it would be better if you are, but when it comes to songwriting terms, it doesn't matter whether there's an English songwriter writing a song for, say, a Spanish entry. It doesn't matter if there's a well-known Swedish songwriter who decides to write a song for the UK entry. It doesn't matter. That can happen. But in terms of singers, artists, bands, it would be better if they come from that country, right? And they get elected, so they go to the Song for Europe, and then their country will vote who they want to take off to go to the Eurovision Song Contest. And then we have 2 semi-finals. Usually on a Tuesday and a Thursday, there are 2 semi-finals in terms of countries, where 16 countries on one night, 16 on another, or is it 16 or 15, I can't remember now, go into basically the semi-finals, and one of the nights we're allowed to vote. We can't vote for our own country, but we don't in this one anyway, because we're also not going to be in the semi-final. And 10 from night 1 and 10 from night 2 will go into the big Eurovision Song Contest. So, example like, on night 1 you might get countries like Sweden and Holland. You might get countries like Russia. On night 2 you might get a country like Ireland, you might get a country like Poland, you might get a country like Norway. And not all these countries are going to go to the Eurovision Song Contest. It depends on what is being picked by the people who they like the best. So they vote basically who they want to see go to the Eurovision Song Contest. And then on the night, they all have what would be a singing contest. So you all sing their song. 20 of them you would have already known from the semi-final. So when I watch it, I'm thinking I already know what it sounds like. So I already know if they're good or bad. But I also get to hear the 6, obviously, from a country that were not in the semi-finals. Although you do hear them in the semi-finals, so they do you flip them anyway. And over the years, it's become one of these sort of political events. People say basically it's because basically that little countries or whatever, they always vote for each other, neighbouring countries. Well, yeah, that can happen, but it's something that can't always happen, because if the countries are not in it, how can they vote for them? If you look at it something like where they'll say, oh, Sweden's going to vote for Denmark, Denmark vote for Sweden, as an example. Yes, that might happen, but it can't happen if, for any reason, these countries are not going to be in it, if you know what I mean. And basically, I love the Eurovision Song Contest, but what I find is striking is some people say it's a bit of a joke. It's a bit of a piss take, a Mickey take out of it, you know. We don't take it seriously. We don't have Song for Europe anymore. We just have somebody who basically goes to the Eurovision Song Contest, regardless of who they are, whether we like them or not. And they represent us. But and somebody actually said, and this is a very good point to make, they said basically we don't win because basically we're British. And no one likes the British. They look at it as something to do with, the politics and things like that. And they say that. But really, that isn't the truth. And I'll tell you why. Because if it was the truth, then why would Europeans buy our music? I mean, if you look at the charts all over Europe, there are British bands regardless, whether it's Adele, whether it's Coldplay, whether it's Depeche Mode, whether it's, I don't know, anybody in music over the years have made records and they've sold albums and singles all over Europe. So if we were that bad at making music, then obviously we wouldn't sell it ever. Not in European countries, and therefore, you know, so I don't understand why when we go to say the Eurovision Song Contest, it seems to be that we fail. We fail as if to say, and people just pass it down to being, you know, but I think we should go back to a Song for Europe, because I think it's fair to say the least. And I think my idea would be, if we're going to have a Song for Europe back again, I think you need to pick about 8 records. Think of 8 artists, 8 songs, different styles of music possibly. Some could be well-known artists, some could be, you know, they don't have to be necessarily really old, but there's no reason why you can't have, we had before Englebert Humperdink, we've had Bonnie Tyler. So if you wanted to have somebody like in that calibre, there's no reason why you can't. You could look at something like, say, somebody who might have been very big in the 70s, you know, David Essex as an example. I'm not saying he would, but someone like him could make a record, or it could be a boy band or a girl band that were quite big in the late 90s, early 90s. It could be basically all types of people, you know, some that we don't really know very much about. Where there's different types of music, they go to the Song for Europe, and we pick the best one that we like to go into the Eurovision Song Contest. Having looked at, as I do most of the years, I look at what other countries are picking, and they don't have a bad choice, because they're picking sometimes they're picking artists that have made records in their own country for a while. You know, so it is a great competition. I love it, but I don't know really what can happen for us to basically go to the Eurovision Song Contest. I think maybe I'd like to see a guitar band for once, because we never really have a guitar band. And the last time we did win, in 1997, it was actually a guitar-based band, because they were known as Katrina and the Waves. Even though that song might not have been very much guitar-based, they have always been a guitar-based band, because they're brand of pop, rock kind of music. So maybe that's something we need to bring back. Maybe we need a band who are playing indie music or rocky type music or whatever. Maybe that is just something we need. Radiohead at one point said they would do it, so, you know, but then again, who knows, maybe. But yeah, I love the Eurovision Song Contest, and I just think that basically it's quite a thing that, what can you do? We've tried the obvious of Bonnie Tyler and Englebert Humperdink, and they failed. We've tried somebody who's pretty much not so well known, so where is the line, or where do we draw the line? Some people say don't participate, but then again, I don't know, I don't like to see that. I'd like to see you participate at least. But yeah, there you go, so just thought I'd share that, and obviously like I said to the Americans, that's what it's all about. It's about basically a song contest, which the Americans do not show. All countries in the world, or most countries in the world show it, but not the Americans, because obviously there's lots of reasons, and we don't really need to get into it, so there you go. Anyway, bye for now.